Now, I know it's been long overdue, and this is probably late to the party, but I want to talk to you guys about something here. And it's this game right here, Far Cry 6. And I happen to have the Gold Edition where you get the DLC with it, which to me is one of the greatest things about Far Cry 6. This game is just a must-have, guys. It really is. It's really fun. The mechanics are really well. The gun shooting is fantastic. The storyline is not really the greatest. I'll admit it's kind of cheesy, but the gameplay in this game is awesome. Absolutely awesome. There's a lot of people that complained about Far Cry 6, but honestly, I've never played the original Far Cry. I've played Far Cry 2. Far Cry 3, of course, was with Voss, and that was really what I call the most groundbreaking game for the Far Cry series because Voss was just insane, man. I mean, he literally, first time I played Far Cry 3, that guy gave me chills. I mean, he was so insane that he thought it was normal. You know what I mean? It's like a psychopath. Far Cry 4 was really good. It came out pretty quick, but the quote-unquote villain, because I never really thought he really was a villain, and I don't want to be a spoiler, but you have a choice at the end to kill him or not. I chose not to, and actually, he really, if you really listen to the story, he really wasn't that bad of a guy. At the beginning, he seemed like, but Far Cry 4 Pagan Min was really cool. I loved he was kind of insane too, but he had a really just good demeanor. Now, there was a couple of spin-offs since then. Far Cry Primal was pretty good. That's the one where you go back in like ancient times, like in the Stone Age. It was different. I mean, it wasn't the best one, but it was different. I liked it. Now, Far Cry 5... I gotta tell you guys, you're probably gonna disagree, but Far Cry 5 was complete trash. That game, when I played Far Cry 5 compared to the rest of them, it's almost like it was a totally different game. Like it wasn't even made, I mean, right down to the way the map looked. You know what I mean? I'm glad in Far Cry 6 they went back to like the old mechanics from like 3 and 4, which made it so good. Far Cry 5, I've tried, that's the only Far Cry game that I haven't beat because it just didn't interest me at all. The only good thing about Far Cry 5 was probably the villain, Joseph. But even then, I mean, it had very forgettable characters. The main character himself, you're this deputy, they call him. He's a mute character, which you guys know me. I hate mute characters. I think they're absolutely pointless. And it's just, yeah, I mean, right down to the way the gun controls, just go play Far Cry 5 once and then turn around and play Far Cry 6 and Far Cry 4 or something like that. It's almost like it wasn't even made by the same company. It was, but yeah, I'm glad Ubisoft in Far Cry 6 went back to the old mechanics, and I really appreciated that. Now, is Far Cry 6 absolutely flawless? No. But it was light years better than Far Cry 5. Far Cry 5 was complete garbage. And it's a shame because I think it had a lot of potential. But, like I said, like the villain Joseph was probably the only good thing about the game. I mean, really. So, I got the Steelbook Edition, guys. It's worth it. The main story of Far Cry 6 is really good. I really wish that the villain would have been used more in this game, but it was good. The DLC, and I just noticed that there's a new DLC called Lost Worlds, which I'm going to start. But I did the DLC, which is having you go inside the mind of Voss, Pagan Min, and Joseph from Far Cry 3, 4, and 5. And that is excellent, guys. It is really, really good. It's almost like Far Cry 6, if you get the steel or the gold edition, now with the new DLC, it's like 5 games in one, guys. I mean, it's a massive, massive game. There is no shortage of stuff to do. And some people complained about the challenge, and yes, Far Cry 6, it gets to a point where unless you're like at a level 1, deliberately trying to go out of your way like to kill yourself, it's pretty hard to die in that game. It really is. I will admit that, but if you're looking for a good game, you guys got to pick that up. It is, and you don't even have to get the game. You can buy it digitally, obviously, on the PlayStation Store, but definitely check it out, guys. I just finished the Pegaman DLC, and that was awesome. I put about 5 hours into it. It's like mini games, but it's just a huge game, guys. I mean, Ubisoft, in my opinion, knocked it out of the park with Far Cry 6. I'm looking forward to Far Cry 7. It hasn't been announced, but hopefully that's a really good game. And yeah, guys, so that's my review of it. Like I said, guys, I would love to put gameplay up, but the problem is it seems like every time I do, it's got a copyright problem. So pick it up, though, guys. I'm telling you. Yes, it's not perfect. There is some tweaks it could use. But overall, guys, it's a massive game, and it's a ton of fun. I don't give a shit about the story. If I want a good story, I'll watch a freaking movie. You know what I'm saying? I want a good story, I'll watch Rambo. Believe me. So, pick it up, guys.